Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuznuz here, and today's video we're going to be looking at a method I found to massively increase your farm run profits on RuneScape 3. I was absolutely floored when I found out about this method, and basically it has to do with mega produce. Now, what is mega produce, you may ask? Well, if you never heard of mega produce before, you're not alone. I hadn't actually heard about it either. So, mega produce is a mutated version of the allotment patch produce, and it's received when harvesting an allotment patch while under the effects of a harvest potion. Now, what is a harvest potion, you may ask? Well, a harvest potion is a potion that can be made with a primal extract, a clean arbuck, and a watermelon at level 95 herblore. It costs around 17k to make one of these, and it is tradable. Now, when you drink it, it will change your normal produce into the mega produce variant when you harvest the patch, and it lasts for 6 minutes per dose. Now, what are the mega produce variants and why are they so expensive? Well, you may not notice it based off the GE price, but mega produce is very expensive because it's used to make primal desserts, primal starters, and primal main courses, which are all components of a primal feast, which is a 1-slot food item that provides 10,000 life points per inventory slot, making it used primarily in high-level PvM scenarios. So what kind of mega produce is there? Which ones are the best? And what does it require to harvest them? Well, we have potatoes, which will turn into sweet potatoes, onions, which turn into red onions, cabbages, which turn into cannonball cabbage, tomatoes turn into heirloom tomatoes, sweet corn turns into rainbow sweet corn, strawberries will turn into white strawberries, and watermelon will turn into golden watermelon. As for farming levels required, you will need the farming level that's required for the original crop so you can harvest the enriched produce. For example, the sweet potato only requires potatoes to be planted, and you can do that at level 1 farming. While if you want to grow something like golden watermelons, you'll need to grow normal watermelons, which require level 47 farming. All in all, these have very, very low requirements, seeing as you can just buy the harvest potion and theoretically plant these at level 1 farming. Now, some items that I recommend you bring when you do this are a green fingers aura, which it can allow you to harvest more produce at once. You should bring magic secateurs, of course, to increase your produce harvested even further, and super compost is worth it to use as well to increase your output. Now, I would just bring your normal farming gear setup to do this, and do it while you're doing your normal herb/farm runs for GP. So what I decided to do was do a full run of this, and what I did was I went to all 4 allotment patches and I planted 8 patches worth of produce, and then I harvested it with my harvest potions. This is such a great thing to do while you're doing your herb runs, and I actually have a full guide on how to make a bunch of money doing herb runs and passive farm runs that I'll make sure to link at the description and at the end of the video as well. And you can apply all the information from that video very easily to the mega produce. So there is also a potato only patch that is in Taverly that you can plant normal potatoes in as well, so I ended up using that too to get more sweet potatoes. Now at the end of this farm run, this is what I received. Now keep in mind, these all take 40 minutes to grow, so you can very easily do all this with your normal farm runs. Now don't let the price fool you though. When we go to sell these on the GE, they sell for a lot more. So after selling all of the produce on the GE, it all sold instantly. We didn't have to wait at all, and we got 970k. And in terms of what we spent, the only thing that we really paid for was some super compost. The seeds were dirt cheap, and the potion doses are cheap as well. So we really paid around 10 to 20k for this whole run, which gives us almost 100% pure profit. Now, if we compare what I made to my farm run guide that I mentioned, I ended up making like 700k profit off a full run of just the herbs. So this mega produce makes you more money than farming herbs. I'm really not sure why people aren't doing this, because it's so easy and effortless and fits really well into your farm runs and really doesn't slow you down much at all. So now we're going to look at a full breakdown of what the produce sells for currently on the GE, how much money and profit you can expect per each produce, the levels needed to plant the produce, the cost of the seeds, and just the total profit expected per run depending on what mega produce you go and decide to do. Alright guys, so now we're going to look at all the mega produce, what they sold for when I price checked them, and the level requirements. So starting off, we have sweet potato, which is sold for 10k, and it requires only level 1 farming. After this, we have the red onion, which sells for 6.6k, requiring level 5 farming. After this, we have the cannon cabbage, which sold for 8.7k, but I did see these selling a little bit before for even 20k, so these seem to be very volatile, and of course they require level 7 farming. Then we have the heirloom tomato, selling for only 4k each and requiring level 12 farming. After this, we have the rainbow sweet corn, which sold for about 8,500 GP, and this requires level 20 farming. The white strawberry was actually our winner with the most expensive that insta sold. Keep in mind, of course, these are just the prices as of now. These are items that aren't farmed very much, so they don't really have a stable price, but this was as of the day before this video came out, and it requires level 31 farming. Then finally, we have the golden watermelon, which only sells for about 3,900 GP and requires a level 47 farming. Now, the reason I think the golden watermelon sells for so little is because it's probably the most farmed of all these, because it's a higher level thing. A lot of people farm watermelons, so they probably just drink the potion when they go and do it. That's why I think this method has some ability to, even after this video comes out, stay relevant, because there's so many different things you can farm. If somebody goes and farms a bunch of the white strawberries and the prices go down, maybe there's not going to be a lot of people farming the red onions, so you can switch to that. That's why I think that this method can be so good. So finally, if we look at how much money you're going to make per run, so like I said, you can do this during your herb runs. The sweet potato, you make over 1 mil, red onion 690k, cannonball cabbage 900k, 400k for the tomatoes, 870k for the corn, over 1 mil for the white strawberry, and 400k for the gold watermelon. And as you can see, the gold watermelon is the cheapest at 403k per run, but even if all these crash to around the price of the gold watermelon, 403k per farm run is honestly really good. Like I said before, I was getting around 700 to 800k profit for herbs, so adding this amount to your farm run for not too much more effort, because you'll already be there doing your herbs, is just really, really good. I hope this video helped you guys out, and I hope you guys go and try some mega produce yourself. Like I said, the prices could go down after this video, but there's so many different things you can try. There's, you know, the tomatoes, the corn, the cabbages. There's so many of them that I doubt they all will just crash to nothing. They've been in the game for a while. I just don't think a lot of people have been doing them with their farm runs, so it's a really good thing to add in. So yeah, make sure to leave a like on the video if this helped you guys out. Subscribe for more RuneScape 3 content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.